Hello everyone, so today we'll be talking about can you learn English through ChatGPT. Well, ChatGPT, it's become quite famous and it is something that has its own importance when it comes to AI tools. So ChatGPT is also a kind of AI tool which has been developed by OpenAI, and it has lots of things which are very beneficial for all the users that it has, and it has gained popularity very quickly because it works in a way that it shows that you are talking to a human being. But of course it's not the reality in sense, but yes, the way it gives the text based answers, it seems that you are talking to somebody who is before you. So there can be so many things which can be beneficial through ChatGPT, but it has its own limitations. I'd like to tell you something about it. How does it work? It basically works by collecting the data that is fed into it, and the data which is already present on different search engines, whether it can be Google or it can be Mozilla Firefox or it can be Edge or various other search engines. I mean, data is already available. So different types of data are fed into ChatGPT, and accordingly it gives the answers as per the questions which are searched on its search bar. So basically users are there and they get the answers point by point. That's the first thing that is a great thing about ChatGPT. It does not give long format answer like beating about the bush, something like that. It gives a straight answer and point by point. So that's the beauty of ChatGPT. Now, can you learn any other language? Can you take its help? Of course you can take its help, but learning, you have to understand, what do you mean by learning? Do you mean that you can learn how to speak a language through ChatGPT? Well, if that's the meaning, so we have to understand it very carefully. Well, ChatGPT can help in learning any language. In the context of today's topic, which is that can you learn English through ChatGPT? So when it comes to English, you can learn lots of things through ChatGPT. You can learn vocabulary, you can learn pronunciation, you can learn grammatical rules, you can learn maybe many more things through conversation, but the conversation is only on the basis of the text, which is you have to type and you will get the answers accordingly. So there's going to be no interaction when it comes to speaking. You'll only be reading the text. So this is the limitation that it has. So if you're going to read the text, I don't think that's going to be too beneficial, because in the same way you can read so many books which are already available in the market. You can read different types of newspapers, different types of stories. So basically when it comes to reading only, so your speaking is not going to be practiced. You have to practice your speaking with your friends, your colleagues, your teachers, your trainers, and it will not give you real time a kind of answer whenever you make mistake. Maybe you will make mistake in writing, but when it comes to speaking, how will you speak? You are not going to speak. So maybe it can be developed in certain ways, but AI is an AI. It cannot be equal to a human being. So it has certain limitations. You can take the help of AI to gather as much information and as much knowledge about a particular subject or a topic as possible, but it has its own limitations. Saying that you can learn English, which means learning the sense of speaking, and that too fluently and confidently, that's not going to happen. For that thing you need a proper instructor, you need a proper trainer who can guide you through different types of rules and structures and your ways, who can understand your ways, who can understand your problems. That thing is going to happen. You will be able to learn how to speak in a better way by getting the environment which is going to be for your benefit, for your speaking. That can be a classroom environment, whether offline or online, doesn't matter. So basically there are so many tools available. They may be related to AI, but they have their own limitations. Lots of videos are available on YouTube, and many people are claiming that you are going to learn your English through ChatGPT, but that's not going to be possible because ChatGPT has its own limitations, and those limitations make sure that you have to understand that you will be getting only limited things. But the capacity of a human being is to learn unlimited things. There is no end to learning. That's the thing that you need to understand. Human being has no limitation when it comes to learning, but ChatGPT has limitations when it comes to giving you the knowledge, when it comes to understanding your instructions. Many types of questions are there and they have been tested on ChatGPT and their answers cannot be found. That means it has its own limitations, and still it's in the starting period. You are not going to learn all the things. Still lots of different types of data need to be fed into ChatGPT. So that thing you need to understand. So of course we can take the help of ChatGPT. You can learn vocabulary, you can learn pronunciation, you can learn grammatical rules, you can get different types of structured writings, maybe your letter, your application, your essays. All these things will be available on ChatGPT as per the structure, as per the question. But it has its own limitations that you need to understand. So you as students should not just feel that it is going to help you speak a language. Of course, if it can help you to a certain extent, you should take its help, but you have to understand that you should not feel dependent on it, because it is not the AI tool that's going to help you for all the time. You have to understand the importance of classroom environment, classroom setting, whether online or offline, because that's what is going to be the end thing. That's what is going to be important for you to learn. So ChatGPT is definitely a beneficial tool which you should use whenever you get free time. You should search different types of things as you do on Google Chrome or various other search engines. In the same way, you can go through ChatGPT. Maybe it will give you a better experience, but it's not going to make you feel dependent on it, because it has its own limitations. So those limitations we have to understand very carefully. So the last thing before I finish, I want to say that you as a students must use ChatGPT, and it's going to be helpful for you maybe in different ways, but it's not going to help you to learn how to speak a particular language in a very perfect or a proper manner, the way a classroom setting, whether online or offline, can help you. I hope you understood all of my points that I mentioned today, and you are also free to give your own opinions in the comment section. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.